Boom, here we are again. Well, it was a busy day yesterday and I didn't get to do what I said I was going to do, but I will today show you the Elite Pack. Yes, I'm going to open that up. Some of the little things that have changed overnight. For example, there's some really interesting things, like if you give us the feedback, we can move really quickly. So that's that pack that we had on the belt yesterday, and now it's on the clip. Now Byron Guest gave me a great piece of advice. He said, dude, you've got the other one which is a 4x1 and this is an 8x1, holds a whole lot of scrubs in there, and he said this should belong on the bucket. So we'll make a bucket mount with this clip as well, so you'll be able to have this on your bucket, and then we'll give you the small one with the trad pad in it. So if you just don't want to be carrying something as bulky as this, I kind of agree with him, you know, is that there'll be times where you want to, because you really do want everything which is in here on your belt, and other times where you don't. So we'll make sure that you've got the ability to have what you want on the belt or not. And then the ease will be you'll be able to clip this off, and let's say you want your 2 tool. It's got this really nice little finger holder here, you know, and then you'll be able to clip your 2 tool on. So you'll have fully interchangeable holsters and water bottle holders and, you know, gadget holders and everything like that, and you'll just end up having, you know, like a Reach It belt with a bunch of these on them, and you'll just be able to slide them exactly where you want them and fit what you want. So let's say you're going to go inside, you're going to say, look, I'm a 2 tool guy inside, so I'll just take this inside, and then we're going to make a mount for your vehicle so that you'll be able to clip all these, and there'll be a place for everything in its place in your vehicle. So we'll make maybe an aluminum bar, you know, that you can bolt on somewhere in your vehicle and make all this sort of happen really sweet. So we're moving quickly on that. Whew, it's hot. I've been out for my run and I can't even see my screen, so I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just walk you through this. So this is, I've got to make sure I've got sound right. So this is the Elite Pack. The idea of the Elite Pack is that it's everything that we've developed that'd help you clean windows faster, better, safer. And it does get modified from time to time. It's got a reload in it, which is not in this pack, so that you can switch out between your brushes, because now all the Constructor brushes, the new ones with Hydroblade 2, they're all balanced. So you can switch out between a 12-inch and a 16-inch, a 12-inch all-rounder and a window weapon, a deep frame and a standard window weapon, or a standard all-rounder. You'll be able to switch out between all of them without having to go back and change the fluid dynamics of how you've got your system set up. They'll all deliver water. All you've got to do is get it right. Now the thing, I've had some conversations this morning, Don Meter, had a big conversation with him as well, and like, pardon me, nobody in our industry has ever addressed fluid dynamics before. And there are so many misconceptions, and it's all driven because the industry gravitated towards 2 pencil jets, and then it went to 4, and so you didn't need a lot of pressure. You could run really thin tube and run, you know, like you just didn't have to know anything. But, you know, if you want to clean windows fast, then you need more water, basically, and you need it in the right place, and you need a water squeegee, and you need to break the surface tension of the glass so that you get a water squeegee. You don't want to be taking your brush off the glass. That's ergonomically better for you. It's interesting actually, because Harrison has got me started on this new program of videos which we're hoping we'll put together soon. And what Harrison said, look, you know, he's been looking through all this window cleaning museum that Noah Pedersen's got, and he's going, you know what, like for 100 years people have cleaned windows, so what's changed? You know, there was a dirty window, a dude got rang up, he came around, he worked, he walked away, there was a clean window, he picked up a check. So what's different between what guys did 100 years ago and what we're doing today? And the answer is, the difference is speed. It's how fast we're cleaning windows now. And there's a little bit of a reticence to move forward because everybody's, you know, got 50 years of history of using pencil jets and, you know, fixed length poles and basically inefficient systems that have hung around forever and nobody's ever looked at them. And there's a little bit of, you know, obviously the Reach It fans understand exactly that we work on faster, better, safer, and we're totally focused on it. We're totally sure we've got it right. We know there's a lot of people wanting to stop us because they don't sell our stuff. That's fair, you know, all is fair in love and war, as they say. But that doesn't make them right. And the sad thing is that the people that believe them end up, you know, being a slower window cleaner. I understand why Reach It guys don't sort of go blah, 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 because dude, if you've got to compete against somebody else in your neighborhood and you've got the faster equipment, you're not going to ring them up and say, hey dude, you need to buy the latest thing. Like, let him stick with his pencil jets or his ladders or whatever. Like, and you get to take the cream. You can compete on price if you want to, or you just compete on speed and efficiency, and you get more work done, and you walk home with more money than the other guy. That's pretty cool. I like that. So the Elite Pack, I put the Elite Pack together because I believe that a professional window cleaner should have as much tools possible to be able to reach any window, anywhere, anytime, and he should be able to clean it efficiently with speed. Now, I'll just make this point. The reason we focus Tactical at 2 stories, 2.5 stories, and Warrior at 3.5 stories, 4 stories, we focus that because 80% of the glass that you clean is either going to be 2 stories and below, 2 to 2.5, or 4 stories and below, whether you're basically residential or commercial. And if you're going to focus on your efficiency, you should focus your efficiency on the 80% of the work that you do. You should get faster at cleaning ground windows and 2nd story windows, rather than thinking about 5-story poles and having the longest pole and being able to reach way up there or whatever. I mean, there's way more money in getting your efficiency together. If you get your efficiency together on 80%, you get a 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50% increase in your speed at your 80%. That's so much more dividend than if you were 100% faster at 5 stories, right? So if you get that, then you'll see why the Elite Pack is put together the way it is. It's got different brushes for different occasions, so you can pull out the best brush at the right time. And we've got Keeper, and you'll see that in the pack, so you can mount them in your vehicle, or you may say, I just want to have a place for everything is placed in one place. And that's what the Elite Pack. It's also a great delivery system for us, so we'll be able to make sure everything's nice and it's a good experience when you get a Reach It Elite Pack. But for those of you who already got Elite and you want to just be able to store everything in the right place, then I think we're getting close. So let me jump over here, see if I got that bag. I'm going to bring you over real close, but I can't open it with one hand. Okay, so I'll bring you over and point out some things. Right, we've got all sorts of things that we don't know what's going to happen in the future, so we're kind of allowing for it. On the bottom of it, we've got pretty sturdy feet, so you can have them. We may put wheels on here because it's about 30 something pounds, so we might put wheels on the bottom ones, right? And then if you're sitting it down like this, and you can see that we've got the feet here, so you can actually sit it down on a hard surface or put it in your vehicle either vertical or horizontal, and it's not going to wear out the fabric. The choice of fabric, we're going to be able to choose between, let's go with the flow and say, military grade denier or PVC vinyl. We can do whatever we want, as far as what we put that together as. Okay, and so we want to open that up and flip it open. Now, we don't know if you want to do this or you don't, but it sure as hell looks good, right? So it may be that you just want to carry your scrubs so you can see them easily, where they are. Whatever you've got, whatever you've used, if you've thrown one away, you put another one in, but we've got everything, will be here for the deep frames, for the 12-inch, for the 16-inch, all the different scrubs. By the way, we've got that new, the new scrub for the Magic Eraser, which is a sturdier melamine, and it's got a stronger Velcro on the back. So that's coming through the pipeline right now. We've ordered that. So this is basically, if you look closely, that's actually a clip-in, right? So we can say, you don't like it, just take it and hang it somewhere, You don't have to keep it in the bag, right? So I'll undo those, and this one's got one. I remember that last night, I just clipped one on that side. I don't know what you can see. So this in itself is a zipper bag. Let's do that up, put you over here, right? So we can, and what I'm looking for in showing you all this is actually just to get your sign off or your ideas on what else we could do like this. You could say, hey, that's a great idea, but can you add this and can you add that? So, okay, scrubs, if you want to be able to just hang them, you can hang them on a wall with the hooks, you can put them in here, you can hang them as a bag, you've got a place for them, yep? So that's scrubs. What does that expose? Well, we've got everything that you want as far as being able to carry 6 brushes in place. So you'll have 12-inch brushes, deep frames, 16-inch brushes, all in there. High flow is already in there. The keepers are in here. They're not going to stay in here after you take delivery, because you bolt these to the wall, and then you can actually put your brushes, you know, on a wall in your store, or you can put them on a frame on your vehicle, you know. So the keepers are there. We love the keeper. The guys that use them love them. So it's kind of like a cool little product. And then you'll be able to put whatever brushes you want, you know, stored in here. We've got a nice little Ziploc system here, and in here are all the little bits and pieces, the brush. Like we're the only people that talk to you about how to clean the inside of your pole, so that the dirt and grit that gets caught up in there from time to time gets cleaned out, so it doesn't turn into an abrasive and wear down your carbon fiber. If we failed to do that, and you'll see with the corrugated systems and the internal tubing, where they would put internal tubing on a water-fed pole, the outside diameter of your tube wears down, and you can't replace clamps if your outside diameter of your tube's worn down. You've got to buy a new pole or a new tube section or whatever. So, you know, in giving you the ability to maintain your pole and look after your pole, we give you the ability to make it last for 10 years. Prisms are in here. You all know what prisms are. They'll save your neck for the rest of your life. We've got toolkits in here. We'll turn that into one toolkit for all of the brushes. We've got a bit of duplication going on there, but basically the toolkit is not because things break, because some guys like to modify everything and make it the way they want it. So we kind of get a little bit of situation. But if there is anything that we know is you know, potentially vulnerable, that if somebody drops a brush and it breaks or something like that, then the little bits and pieces are in there, or something comes undone. Okay, so what's in here? Let's have a look at this. We've got another sleeve that we can put in here, and this is also clipped on. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'll take this one off. And this one is just a pouch basically for anything. You know, we've got a little Reach It t-shirt in there, and we've got the holster. This will be converted to the clip, but it's basically a holster that holds the 4 angles of the HDG, right? So if you have to go to the fixed brush and you want fixed angles, and they're all sitting in the pack, but if you need to take them out of the pack and wear them on your hip while you're working, so you can change those angles. That's really if you're working at extreme heights, usually when you're using plus A and B, but it's also, you know, very relevant if you've got deeply recessed windows, or you've got sunshades over the top of windows, and those sunshades are going to basically block your access, your direct line access of your pole with a side to side, so you need to use a gooseneck of some sort. So he's going to be in there. Anything else that we think of, it's kind of flat pack, that'll be in there, and we can just, you know, bada bing, bada boom. But you don't want it, just take it out and you'll be left with the Elite Pack. There's more things in here. So let's have a look at this. Here we've got your Connect, right? Now it's actually parts of the Connect, so because Connect is actually bigger than this. So this is 7, 6, and 5. So this is where a tactical or a mini would pull apart at this point here. All of these sections actually do pull apart, so the rest of the Connect is here, so you can use it, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in there, yeah? So I'll give you a big high view of that. And then we've got Max Reach here, which will be the new design of Max Reach. That looks like it's the old one, so we'll get that checked, but that's basically going to lock in there. Sitting in this little pouch here, I don't think people use power and control very much, but when you get a commercial building that's a lot of glass, power and control comes in really handy. If you don't want to, you could use those pockets for something else. These are the extensions for Max Reach, just a short extension that's in there. This is the mount for being able to convert a brush, any brush, back to a fixed mount so you can use it on goosenecks. In here is the new control handles, right? They're really sweet. We've modified them a lot so that they're much more ergonomic and easier to use. So we'll make some videos on that as well coming up. So we'll pop that back in there. Not too bad, one-handed. And in here is basically your nose to glass, your training pole for being able to teach guys. Because I always say, hey, if you're gonna start window cleaning, you never teach a guy how to use a squeegee on a pole way up there. Like if you're going to learn how to clean windows, the first thing you want to do is actually nose to glass. So the same as with water fed, yeah, you want to be training your guys and training yourself to have confidence in the brush nose to glass, right? It's really, really important. Once you've got confidence that that top blade is breaking the surface tension of the glass in the downstroke, the jets are leaving the water on top of that blade. The water is cascading down. You've got a full water squeegee, side to side, edge to edge, down the frame. Everywhere has got water into the corners. You can have a look at the bristles, how they splay into the corners, right? Make sure that you know how to clean the corners, right? You can see the agitation on the upstroke. You can see the rinse on the downstroke. You can see what's happening under the brush. If you've got lots of water, then you can see that the bottom of the brush is also pulling the dirty water off the glass. Like all that stuff you want to learn nose to glass. So that's why we include the nose to glass in the pack, yeah? So it could be nose to glass or it could be grip that we'll put in there in the pack. So, but if it's grip, then you'd take the number 1 section out of your pole and you'll use that as your training. And then I'll just give you the basic tips, right? Is you go and find some really dirty glass and you agitate the glass once and rinse. You agitate the next piece twice and rinse, the next piece 3 times and rinse, the next piece 4 times and rinse, and then you wait for it to dry and then you examine the difference. And you'll see that your focus should be that you're looking for no more than 2 agitation strokes with rinse happening in the downstroke. Now, there's all sorts of little tweakings that go on. Like, for example, if you're on really, really dirty glass and we've got water above the brush, then basically we push the dirty water up. If the brush is square, just turn the brush like 10 degrees to the side, all the water runs off one side, and then as you're making that dirty water, by stirring it into suspension, right, then the water's just all running off one side rather than coming up with you and then following you down in the rinse. Like there's some things that you'll see and learn as you get, understanding of the swivel, how it works, how the water's moving, where the dirt's going, all that stuff is all just how to clean windows faster, better, safer. And remember that if I come back to that opening statement, that's what we're about. The only thing that's changed about cleaning windows, like we can say the tools have changed, but why did the tools change? The tools change so you can be faster, better, safer. And if you're passionate about being faster, better, safer, and you're prepared to have PBs, personal bests, you're prepared to challenge yourself how fast you clean windows, right? Then you're going to love Reach It, because that's what we're building tools for, right? Everything we do is geared around, does it work faster? Is it safer? Is it better? Is it more ergonomic? All that sort of thing. Yeah. Hey, how are you, Trevor? I can see you. So that's it. That's my little update for today. I'll probably come back with some more tomorrow. I'm going to do a little walkthrough through the factory at some point because we've got the factory moved, so we've got a few things that we're going to want to roll out. There's going to be, if you want a custom pole, we've got a bunch of tube sections. I'll put the little photo up here. We're going to just, put them together and, make them low cost, short length poles up to 20 feet and stuff like that. We've got a bunch of stuff. Those of you who've got center console boats down in Florida, if you're looking for some outriggers, I've got a few of those in stock and we would be good to go. Okay, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. So that's it. I'm going to let you see that. That is the Elite Pack bundling up into a nice place for everything in this place, and then all of our holsters and all of our belt mounted things are being converted to this clipping system here over the next 2 to 3 weeks. So if you do order a holster right now, it'll be basically based around the combat loop, but in the next 2 to 3 weeks we'll be switching over to this style here. Jimmy Jones asked me, can you convert an existing gunslinger / holster to the new clipping system? And we'll work very much, if you're DIY, then we'll make it so that you've basically got to drill 3 holes in it, and we'll give you all the bits and pieces so that you can do that. Hey Jamie, my buddy from Lexington. Yep, good to see you, man. So lots going on. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Hope you're having a fantastic system. Jamie is there. What are you saying, Jamie? Let me go inside, have a look. We need Reach It training seminar in the States. Yeah. What we need to do is find a local, I've just got too much on right now globally. And also I'm trying to put more time. Ollie's 8 now, so I really have to, back off a little bit and put more time, face to face with Ollie. So we're making some changes in the company, and we've got Reach It local. We should be rolling that out hopefully in the next 2 weeks. We've got a couple of sales that we want to run now, and then we've got the factory move. So we're trying to sign off on, all the changes in that, get that all sort of budgeted so that we can do that over the next 6 weeks. And then we're good to go. So yeah, we'll be looking for somebody to become a Reach It expert in different areas. I'll tell you why. I'm really passionate about this because I've seen so many guys just get confused by advice that they get from somebody who's right, but where they're right is not where you are, and so you don't know that. So the Reach It Local program is all about, you know, putting you in touch with somebody who's actually using high-tech tools, elite. They're really elite tools, because there are guys who just want dumbed down window cleaning equipment, and that's where you buy a broom style brush and you just put that on a pole and you never change it, and you just, you know, take it off the glass and rinse and take your time and earn your $75 an hour. The boss will pay you 15, the boss will get 60, you know. And that's your business. But if you want to, you know, clean windows faster, better, safer, then we want to find the guys who are passionate about that, put you in as a Reach It Local guy, let you help the local community, maybe a 100-mile radius or something like that, come back to you, give you 15% credit in store in any sales that you facilitate. It'll be a nice little program, and that'll help us. It'll also help us be able to, you know, as guys like Jamie and Joe with the Pressure Washing Motivation Group and other ones are running local events, then, you know, you could say, okay, I'll go to that local event and we'll pay for it, and you clip the ticket on what you bring in for it. Yes, I got to bring Ollie to Disney. He went to Disney down in Orlando last year, maybe the year before, but we've got a very, very good friend of ours in Palermo Beach, that sort of area there. And he comes across to Ningbo, and we do some business with him as well. So we're looking to get across that side. That we will come across, but the jet lag is so expensive for us. It takes us a week to recover. So jet lag's a bit of a killer, yes. And the trade war is heating up, right? You're following that? So the US and China are head to head right now, blow for blow, almost like watching 5 rounds of UFC fighters. The guy's got this shot, that shot, this guy's going to grapple, that guy's going to kick, that guy's going to hit. All right, it's all going like that. It's all over the place. But anyway, we just got to follow it and see what happens. But certainly we are managing. We haven't done anything to our pricing. We certainly feel confident that we can sustain affordable prices for our products and get them into your hands. So, and don't delay, don't wait. I could tell you the cheapest day of the year to buy a Reach It product is Black Friday, but dude, you can double your speed between now and Black Friday, and you'll make way more money out of a Reach It than you'd ever save by buying 10% off, 15% off, 20% off, or anything like that. Like, you double your money. Like, by the time you've got your efficiency, the Reach It technique down pat, right? How to get the brush across the glass the fastest way, how to take off non-water soluble concretions, excretions, pollutions, all that stuff, right? You will be so fast you can't believe it. I think we're 10 times faster than traditional, 4 times faster than the competition, with pencil jets and stuff like that. And then the ones who have got rinse bars, the bottom line is the rinse bar doesn't go to the edge, rinse bar doesn't rinse the corner, so then the brush has still got to come off the glass. And you have a look at all the guys teaching you how to use rinse bars on broom style brushes, and they aren't fast. Nowhere near as fast as a constructor brush, right? Excuse me for the red face, because I did go for my exercise this morning and it's stinking hot outside, but I do not have the time to do myself up, even for you guys, right? So any questions you have, even if you join this and watch it afterwards, please put your questions, please put your comments, tell me what you want in that elite bag. We are ready to sign off it. Maybe in the next 2 days we'll sign off on the final design for version 1. For sure it's going to change. Hello, everything in the world is changing so fast now, so don't be upset if something's changing around you, because you should be changing as well, right? You should not be doing what you were doing 5 years ago, right? The world is moving quickly, right? And innovation is king. Okay, so go get them. Have a great evening. You guys refresh. Have an amazing day tomorrow, and let's have the rest of the year should be incredible. Make money. There's money in glass if you clean it fast. Yeah.